Hi guys, welcome to your academy DNA. In our last lecture, we saw how to configure VPC and subnets. So let's today focus on the VM instances. So in the VPC 1 and VPC 2, we have around total 8 subnetworks. Subnetworks are a regional, VPC are global, but your VM instances are a zonal. It's a zonal. It's not a regional, it's not a global. Your VM instances are zonal. When you create any instance, you have to select the region and the zone. As soon as you select the region and the zone, accordingly, you can see the associated regional subnet in the network setting. Now, for today's discussion, let's consider you have spin up one VM which is in Asia region 2, Asia 2. Consider Asia 2. But but we have created subnet here in region US Central 1 and the Europe. We do not have any subnets available in the Asia region. So what will happen? There will be an error. Why? Because you are trying to create VM instance where you do not have any active subnets. Let's go and verify. Then if you want to create a VM instance, you can directly search over here VM instance. VM instance, currently we do not have any single VM instance. So click on create instance. Once you click on create instance, you will see the list of configuration which you have to configure before login to the your VM instance. Number one, name US VM 1. This is my VM name. Where you would like to spin up this VM. Region US Central 1. As soon as you click on a US Central 1, so what will happen? You can see only these two subnets, which is US Central 1 VPN network 1 subnet and 2 subnet. Correct? You will not see any subnets which you have configured under Europe Central. Why? Because you have choose a VM instance place in a US Central 1 region. There are multiple zones over here, but the subnets are regional, not a zonal. So anyway, you can select any zone. Once you create zone, machine type to save the money, select N1 and let's pick the very basic minimum machine, which is 1 CPU and 161 614 MB RAM. Then go down, go down, go down, go down and click on the networking setting. See, here you go, networking setting. Once you click on network setting, you can see the by default NIC 0 is associated with the VPC network 1 and it pick up the subnet 1 10.1.1.0/24. If you want to modify, just click over here and here you guys, you can see the two subnets here. Why? You are not able to see the any subnet associated with the Europe. Why? Because you only choose the location of your instance is in the US Central. That is when you can see the only these two subnetworks. Right? Same way like a legacy network. Correct? Now, primary internal IP address, ephemeral. Ephemerals means you will get the IP address through DHCP. So guys, please refer my part 1 where you will get complete idea about the subnetworks, IP addresses, then ephemeral, then your static, everything you will get. Then currently we don't want any external IP address, right, for this sake of discussion. Done. Then this US VM has a two NIC 0 and NIC 1. Okay, can I add? Yes, you can add. Just click on add network interface. As soon as you click on add network interface, the second network interface will automatically belongs to the VPC network 1. You cannot configure your two NIC to the one VPC. If you have a two NIC, you must have the two VPC in place. So here you go. You will not see any option right over here to configure this NIC under VPC network 1, because you already have one NIC under VPC network 1. So you have to go and select the next available VPC. So this will associate VPC to subnet 1. Perfect. So VPC to subnet 1. Yes, subnet 1. Type ephemeral. I don't have any problem to get the IP address from the DHCP. Done. Okay. So now how many NIC you have in this the VM instance? VPC network 1 and VPC network 2. One belongs to the VPC network 1 belongs to VPC network 2. In the VPC network 1, you had a two option to choose. One, subnet 1, subnet 2. But for this design, we have select subnet 1. Okay. So go ahead and create the instance. As soon as click on create the instance, right, your instance will get ready and it will power on by default. Just wait for a minute. Yeah. So your VM is ready. Status is green, means it's already running. You got the IP address 10.1.1.2. Why you have not received the why you have not got the IP address 10.1.1.1? Because 10.1.1.1 is something configured or reserved for the gateway address. Okay, but Prasad, we can see only one internal IP address, but we have two NIC. So by default, in the dashboard, you will see only NIC 0 IP address. If you want to see the NIC 1 IP address, so you have to SSH the device. Once you SSH the device, then only you can see the IP address of NIC 1. Yeah. So first you have to log into sudo su, and then you can run the command ifconfig. Ifconfig, right? Ifconfig. See guys, look at here. So now you have two interface. One NIC 0 belongs to the VPC 1 subnet 1, and you got the IP address 10.1.1.2. You have another NIC which is connected to VPC 2 subnet 1, and you got the IP address 10.2.1.2. Why? Because you have set these two NIC as a internal ephemeral IP address. Ephemeral means you will get the IP address from the DHCP server. Perfect. So let's move and configure the another VPC. Sorry, my bad, not VPC, another instance. Now let's go and create one more, right? One more. So here NIC 0, NIC 1, NIC 1 connected to the VPC network 1 subnet 2, and we have a NIC 1 which is connected to the VPC 2 subnet 1. Oh, see guys, look at here. This VM1 connected to the VPC1 subnet 1 and NIC1 connected to the VPC2 subnet 1. Here is the difference. Difference is this VM instance which is in Europe region, NIC0 connected to the subnet 2 and NIC1 connected to the VPC2 subnet 1. So let's configure. Let's configure. So, but careful about the location of your instance. Go back to the instance, create instance. Now here you have to select the Europe Central 2 region. So name Europe VM 1. Select the region over here, Europe Central 2. You can select the any zone, doesn't matter. N1 machine type, sorry, series in N1. Machine type is a F1. Then go to the network setting. In the network setting, click on the network interface. By default your VM is taking only one interface, so you can add additional interface. So guys, look at here very carefully. You have to select the subnet 2, but by default GCP select subnet 1. No, change it. Click on the edit network card setting, subnet network, and here you go and select the subnet 2. IP address ephemeral, external. Currently I don't want the external IP address because for this discussion we do not have any external IP requirement. Then network 2, it must be belongs to the VPC 2, but should be in subnet 1. Select the subnet 1. Primary IP address is ephemeral, right? No, I don't want. external IP address. Done. Create VPC, create VM instance. It will take time. Yeah, see, is in process. So what will happen? You will get the IP address to NIC 0, but from the VPC 1 Europe subnet 2. Okay, so no problem. You can have a multiple subnets in a one region. Doesn't matter. Okay, so here you guys go. 10.1.12.2 has been allocated to this VM. Perfectly fine. Yeah. Okay, so let's go and create one more VM instance. VM instance is in US region. Oh, okay. This VM instance 2 only belongs to the VPC network 2, and it will connect it to the VPC network 2 US subnet 1. Okay, go ahead and create an instance. Create instance. US VM 2. By default, the region is US Central 1. Select the machine type, the series N1, machine type F1, networking. Click on networking, and here you go. By default, your NIC, your instance NIC picked up the VPC network 2. No, but as per the requirement, this VM must belongs to the VPC network 2. So go and change the VPC, or you can directly delete the VPC, delete the network interface, and then click on add, and here you can go and select the network, which network you want. VPC network 2. As soon as you click on the VPC network 2, so your NIC 0 will connect it to the VPC network to subnet 1. Ephemeral? None. Why? I don't want a public IP address. And create. Right? So be make sure guys, by default your NIC 0 always connected to the first created VPC. If you have created a VPC 2 first, it will automatically connected to the VPC network 2. But here what happened? We have created first VPC network 1, then create VPC network 2. So what will happen? As soon as we try to spin up the instance, it will get automatically connected to the VPC network 1. Here you go. Now you can see this VM instance is in the US Central 1, right? And it is connected to the subnet 2, 10.2.1.3. How do I identify? Because of the subnet. But PD, tell me, we cannot able to see the VPC network 1. These machines belong. You have to always go inside the VM instance, and there we can see. No, we have option. Go to the column display setting, and you can create network. As soon as you create on the network, see guys, you can see VPC 1, VPC 1, VPC 2. Right, this instance belongs to the VPC network 1. US belongs to the VPC network 1, and this belongs to the VPC network 2. But guys, it is not a case, right? These two instances, VM1 Europe VM1 and US Central VM1, these belongs to the two, or not belongs to the connected to the two different VPC, but always it is showing the NIC 0 setting over here. Clear? Now go and create one more VM. Okay, we have one more VM, US VM3. We should be connected to the, it should be connected to the VPC network 2, but connected to the subnet 2. Go and create instance. Instance name US VM3. Region, find US region. Series N1, machine type F1. Then go to the network setting. Under network setting, you have to delete the network card, add the network interface, connected to the connect to VPC network 2, but to the subnet 2. Subnet 2. I don't want external IP address. Done. Create. Okay. So guys, one important thing, right? Now this VM3 and this VM2 belongs to the two different subnet, but belongs to the same VPC. So definitely these two VMs will able to reach each other. Let's first configure all the instances and then we'll start the testing and we'll test the all the use cases. Here you go. Now your VM is ready. Now two VMs are pending. One is a Europe, no, only one, which is a Europe Central VM 2. Okay, create instance, Europe VM 2, select the region, Europe region, Central 2. Do one thing, guys. Let's select the wrong region. Select Asia. Asia is Taiwan, right? If you go to the network setting, what will happen? There is a no subnets you have been created in the Asia region. So here you go and see the error. When you click on the network, right, you will not see any subnet. Why? You can see the VPC network one because VPC are global. VPC is a global, but subnets are regional. You do not have any subnet created in the Asia region, Asia East region. So that is the reason it is not allow you to spin up the machine in any other region where you do not have any subnet. Clear? Okay. You can check. See, you must select the subnetwork, but we not have a subnetwork. It's showing error. No subnetwork in this region. Perfect. Go and change the location. Select the correct location, which is your Europe Central 2. And now, in the Europe Central 2, you will not see any error. Under network setting, you can easily find the subnetwork. See, so Europe, connected subnet to, not subnet 1, subnet to public. No, I don't want public IP address. Done. So VPC, no, again wrong. It should be belongs to the VPC 2 by default. NIC 0 selected VPC network 1. Why? Because we have created before VPC network 2. So delete. Add one more thing, guys. Addition, deletion of NIC you can do during only the VM instance creation. Once you create the VM instance, you will not able to modify or you will not able to delete or add any additional network interface. Add VPC network 2 and subnet 2. Perfect. Clear? Create. So now how many VMs we have total? VM1 having a 2 NIC, Europe VM1 having 2 NIC, VM US VM2 only connected to the VPC network 2, US VM3 only connected to the VPC network 2 but connected to the subnet 2, Europe Central VM2 again connected to the VPC network 2 but it is connected to the subnetwork 2. Clear? See, here you go. By default, you can see only NIC 0 IP addresses. If you have a multiple NICs or multiple interface cards in your instance, you have to go SSH the device, SSH the instance, and there you can run the command ipconfig or any other command, appropriate OS level command. Clear? So now you got the good idea about how to create an instance, how to select the network VPCs, how to select the subnets. Okay, so let's wait for a next part where we will test everything. Thank you so much.